y'all. To us, the American dream is nothing.
Scientists, and by that I mean government scientists, are now drug testing entire towns and cities by going into our sewer systems and taking community urine samples.
Okay. Holy shit. Alright, I'm really attached to my urine. My trash, my treasure. People operate under the erroneous assumption that just because you flush something down the toilet, it means you don't care about it anymore. It means they can just do whatever they want to it. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I think they thought it was safe to assume because it was waste. It was,
Let's say I have a kid, and I don't feel like taking care of him anymore. So I decide to flush him out of my house. Give him $20, tell him to make his way in the world. Does that mean I don't care about him at all? Does it mean you can just test him, do whatever you want to him?
Well, I think that comparison's kind of half-baked because it's like a child.
It's there. Am I wrong?
Well, the reason they're doing this is to see what drugs are big in different cities so drug enforcement officers can more accurately target, drug enforcement.
So the DEA wants a massive urine sample.
Yeah, that's what this is about.
Okay, us here at the New Low, we hate the middleman. We cut the middleman out at every chance we get.
I guess so.
Do you think we wrap our meth in aluminum foil before we smoke it?
Well, I don't really smoke meth.
Never. Do you think we wear condoms?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good idea.
Not a chance. So you know what we're gonna do? They want a sample?
What's that?
We're gonna piss on them. We're gonna sneak into their house at night while they're asleep, and we're gonna give them a urine sample they can never forget. What am I into? Hey, DA officer, what am I into? Can you tell? Can you tell? You might think golden showers, but absolutely not. I'm into truth, I'm into freedom, and I'm into fucking justice.
Okay. Speaking of streams of bitter human waste, President Bush is double dipping. He's dipping his pen in company ink, and he's trying to compare the Iraq War to the Vietnam War.
Oh, well, I mean, that's pretty easy. I mean, both wars were pointless. Both of them had massive casualties. Both of them lacked a cogent mission. And both of them lacked a viable exit strategy.
Yeah, no, I mean, the comparison's fine, but he's trying to say it's a good thing and use it to justify staying in Iraq.
Wait, what the fuck?
News from somewhere else.
This week on News from Somewhere Else, a nationwide state of emergency has been declared in Greece amid rising death tolls from raging forest fires. Officials have said that they suspect some of the fires were started deliberately and pledged to bring any and all culprits to justice. Other people speculate that this outbreak of forest fires is a result of global climate change. With increased average global temperatures, the whole place becomes, a little too hot to handle.
But they don't think that's enough to do it. See, they're suspecting it's deliberate because forest fires have always existed, but they're usually just kind of a nuisance. It was like, they always happen like in some U.S. state that should have never been part of the Union in the first place, and, they killed people, but it was always like Uncle Jed, holding this shotgun out in his cabin.
And he was waiting to die.
Yeah.
One thing that I think experts are forgetting that is critical to this story is that the average Greek man has the physiology of a Zippo lighter.
That's right, the fuel, ooze from every pore, the wick-like unibrow. I mean, we can observe it in at least half the restaurants and dry cleaners we've been in.
And anyone who's decided to get any amount of extra credit, in the chemistry classroom after class has been dismissed, knows that if you take one flammable substance, stack it next to another flammable substance, and then continue in a sort of domino-like fashion, and light it on fire, the only result is an anonymous call from a payphone at the 7-Eleven to the janitors.
Right, from someone.
But, not us. In other news, the Chinese government says it is drafting new laws to tackle the growing gender imbalance caused by the widespread abortion of female fetuses. China's Family Planning Association...
Family Planning Association? I mean, that's usually a good thing in America, but what do you think that's like in China?
The difference between Chinese family planning and war crimes on a massive scale really just depends on who you talk to.
Yeah.
Either way, they have revealed the extent of the imbalance. In one city, there are as many as 8 boys born for every 5 girls that are born.
Wow. 8 to 5. Now that's almost 2 to 1. And they're wondering what the widespread social implications of this are. What are you going to do when your adult population is of marrying age and there's 2 men for every 1 woman?
Go gay?
No. Well, that's a possibility, but I'll tell you the other option. Group marriage. And I'm not talking about marriage with love, with honeymoon period and loving children and SUV and all that stuff. No. I'm talking... You know what I'm talking about, Graham. You know how they get down in the Orient?
Get down and dirty?
Yeah. Now they call it a wedding. I mean, but everybody's involved. Everybody gets to put the ring on, if you know what I mean.
I mean, they don't throw the bouquet out. They throw the bukkake out.
Yeah.
Either way, in all seriousness, the Chinese State Department has announced that they will communize all female fetuses and send all unmarried men to forced labor camps in order to sort of restore the equilibrium.
Oh, so they're going to go public?
Seems to be the case.
Get your hands in the air for a special report. Get your hands in the air for a special report. Motherfuckers, you know it's a special report.
Hello, friends. We have a guest host for you today. This is Dr. Adam fucking Peters. Now, he's usually the cameraman.
Usually.
Right. But he's going to be the guest host because we took a little snack break and Graham...
Left.
Yeah, I didn't even see him leave.
Me neither, actually. I mean, he wasn't here.
Right. So I don't think he's going to come back. But,
Probably not.
yeah. But he's got some issues, man.
He does have issues.
Yeah.
One of them being bcongos.
What the hell is that? Is that
You don't know bcongos?
sick or something?
No, that's not. No. Bcongos is an acronym for bad case of not giving one shit. Okay? So basically, it has 5 levels, 1 through 5. Now, the higher the level, the more the person does not care about anything at all. Now, Graham, probably when he left, I would guesstimate he's probably about like 4.5.
Right.
Maybe even a 4.6.
Yeah, but nobody can get the 5.
Nobody can get the 5. The 5 is unattainable. That's just, almost, homicidal, suicidal tendencies. It's just not attainable.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey,
Graham.
Hey, how's it going?
What the fuck? Graham's here, guys.
Graham's back.
Fill in.
So what's going on, man? You just been chilling? Like,
Just getting lunch, you know what I'm saying?
how you feeling?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was just telling Kobe and everybody else about bcongos.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. The levels 1 through 5.
Yeah, dude, just do you, man. Just do you.
Okay. Well, like I said, I mean, 1 through 5. 5 is unattainable, and so is a 1. 1 is just if everybody just started caring, or if that person just started caring about everybody, it's unattainable. Usually, on average, people are about a 3. So that's basically the levels right there. Graham, do you have anything to elaborate on?
Dude, you don't need to take that shit from her, man.
Take what shit from who?
Dude, just be your fucking self.
I
Be
mean,
your own man. You know what I'm saying?
I am being me. I mean,
Dude, just fucking break out.
break out. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I gotta roll out, man.
You
You
gotta
know what
roll.
I'm saying? Yeah, dude.
Like, what? You just got back.
I got things to do, you know?
Dude, it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Where the fuck are your clothes?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
A former KKK member, James Ford Seal, is being sent for life in prison at the age of 72. He was first arrested in 1964 for the abduction and probable killing of 2 black teenagers. He was released because of lack of evidence, but of course, they could never find evidence against KKK members in those days.
It always miraculously disappeared.
Right, but now he's being sent to jail, even though he has cancerous bone growths, to die in prison.
Hell yeah!
Denied class struggle and it only grows greater. Denied class struggle and it only grows greater.
The subprime mortgage crisis, which we talked about in more detail on last week's show, let me just put it in layman's terms here. Houses are getting boarded up in the affluent suburbs because people, especially older people, can't afford their, medical care because we don't have national health care yet. So they mortgage their house more than once in a horrible market with higher interest rates, and Great Depression Part 2. That's what it is.
What is interesting is that the Great Depression Part 2, I believe, is going to coincide with the Cold War Part 2. So we got like 70-odd years of American history all being collapsed into sometime next week.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. How's Greece this time of year?
Actually, it's kind of shitty. There's mad fires and,
Oh, fire is a nice place to sweat off this Cold War, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess.
Beast of the week.
Hey kids, let me tell you a thing or two about Nikolai Tesla. Now this guy wasn't busy inventing the modern world, he was making fun of Albert Einstein, being obsessive compulsive, doing interesting stage shows that involved mass amounts of electricity, and coming up with interesting plans for objects that are probably never going to be made, but if they were made, they'd be really cool. At least I'd assume they'd be cool if I understood it, which I don't. What I do understand is that he's fucking awesome. Check him out, kids. Certified Beast.
Alright, y'all.